and get these shares off.
You put us on Twitter.
Everything.
All right, let me see. Oh, true. Man, it's weird seeing myself on here.
Yeah, we live though. Everybody that's tuning in, we got Good If It Goes Jam. Just another episode. I'm out here in the backyard with it. You know what I'm saying? Enjoying the beautiful weather. The birds out here with the birds and the bees. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, get it in. So as we let y'all come in, this episode brought to you by Harold's and Crestwood. Actually, y'all slow than a motherfucker, but it's good though. So we got the birds chirping in the background.
Oh
DJ
man,
in the crib, DJ ready to jam. I'm ready to jam. So fuck it, let's jam. We can go right into the first segment, as we always do. Today's first segment is gonna be Is He Good? So, who was our first person for Is He Good today?
John Collins.
John Collins. Yeah. So, tell me, is John Collins good?
Yeah, John Collins good. It just the Hawks just don't value him. Like they don't put him in a good position um to be great. Like, is he good? Yeah. Should he be great? I think so. I know he had pretty much two like 20 and 10 seasons. But one of the seasons he was like hurt. The season before last he was hurt. And then this past season he was like 17 and 7. They got a lot of mouths to feed over there, but it's like they got to figure something out because he like bet on himself, and I don't want to see him go to like no trash team and then just be putting up numbers because you leave a really good situation, and then now you over there like Jeremy Grant or Christian Wood, and you just like putting up like empty calories, and so he good, but they got to figure out how to get him more involved because they got nothing from Gallinari. Y'all get this dude 20 million for 4 years, and he averaged like 13 and 6, and he always hurt. And so like you got a young stud, you got to put him in a better position to be good. But they don't really like feature him. It's kind of like get yours on the way, like get yours on the way. He'll get a oop and it'll go crazy, but then you will look at the box score, or if you actually watch the games, you will see that like his impact wasn't as much, and like he can do it on both ends too. He got to stay locked in defensively, but on the offensive side, uh, he got like all the tools, man. But the Hawks just, I don't know, they don't just feature him, man. Too many people, I guess.
You think Clint Capella in his way?
Kinda, but they don't really occupy the same space to me. Like Clint Capella do whatever he do, right? Um, I would say he does take away a little bit from like his lob opportunities, like them quick easy baskets. He may not get as many as them, but when you got like, but you don't ever got to feature Clint Capella. Like you want to give him the ball when he can put it right into the basket. Like don't give him like nothing else. Don't give him nothing else. And I'll say like they should run plays for John Collins. Like it should be plays. Give it to him on the wing. Give it to him on the block. Give it to him wherever. Let him create because he can do both because he faster than a lot of fours and he's super athletic. So he can cover pretty much anybody defensively if he locked in. And so it's like I feel like they wasting his talent because we saw him put up a 20 and 10 season. Like even on a trash team, you got back to back 2010 seasons, even though that first one he was kind of hurt, but like even on that like that's still hard to do. Like everybody don't just put up those type of numbers. That's why that's still a thing. Like and so I don't necessarily think he in a way, but I feel like that they kind of like treat him the same this year. Like they kind of use him as like a Clint Capella type. Like, hey, get yours, on the way. But we gonna use Trey and these shooters space out Trey, like, and then they can go stand and shoot, like, and that's not necessarily his game because as we saw, like in other series, like that mid range game is still alive and well. And so like that's what he operate at, mid range on down. And he can shoot. They need him to, stretch the floor at times, but not really. They got shooters. And so like I don't necessarily think Clint Capella in his way. I just think that they not really using his full skill set, like to maximize him being that dude.
Okay. So next person I'm gonna ask you about, I'm gonna ask you about Aaron Gordon. Is Aaron
No,
Gordon good?
no, Aaron Gordon, he trash. Like John Collins is like a good John Collins is like what they wanted Aaron Gordon to be, like have more impact on the game. Like that first, I would say 10, 12 game stretch when Aaron Gordon first came to the Nuggets, like he was on fire. Like I was like, oh, okay. He was crying about always playing on the trash team. He was crying about like not really getting whatever, whatever. Okay, bro, you about to get with a point guard, with a point center that's gonna feature you. You ain't really got nobody taking the ball out your hands like that because they want you to score. Even with Michael Porter Jr. there, they want you to score. So
He was
that
getting minutes. He
yeah,
played.
he played a lot. And so like that first 10, 12 game stretch, like he was cooking. But then after that, he just like didn't he just went back to his old self. And then in the playoffs, like what was he doing? He was just out there. Like he wasn't making impact on the defense end, and then they needed somebody else to score, and that's the reason why the Nuggets are at home now, in large part because of him and Michael Porter Jr. like not really stepping up when they need him, and like you was you was cast as like this star because of where you was drafted at, the team you was put on, but okay, maybe you're not a star, but can you be like a second tier consistent player, right? Can you be that? And he wasn't even that like in the playoffs down the stretch. So he just what he is, like uh, a slasher. I'm gonna get a crazy dunk. I'm gonna defend sometimes, and that's it. But I'm never gonna depend on no Aaron Gordon to get me nowhere. Like you was in a perfect position. You in a place where they need you to score. They have a up tempo offense. So even if you're not gonna like shoot the ball well, go downhill, be aggressive. Like Giannis can't shoot to save his life, but he's going downhill and he's gonna be aggressive. And Aaron Gordon, like similar, except for like ball skills, he don't got as many ball skills as Giannis, but same thing. I want you to be an athlete, but his mindset just wasn't there. And so like, nah, he not good. He just be out there getting cardio.
Aaron Gordon had he averaged 9. I give him 4, and not, so he basically averaged 9 and 4, 9 points a game, 4 rebounds a game in the Sun series.
What is
Uh,
that?
on like 41% shooting, 0 or 8 from three.
Like, what is that? Like that?
So,
Yeah, like what is that? Like that? That's not even you trying, bro. Like, what is that? Like you bigger, stronger, faster than most of the guys in the entire league. So it's really if you going downhill, people can't really stay in front of you at that size, at that speed, at that athleticism. So like you're not even trying, bro. Like, and your team needed that at that time. Your team needed, and you don't got the pressure of being the number one option. You ain't even the number two option, really. You the number three option, and you should be able to get buckets. And why couldn't you get buckets? Like I don't even know who was guarding him in that Sun series. Because it was I don't know who Crowder was guarding, but I'm pretty sure whoever was guarding him, he was bigger than because the Suns don't really ain't really big. Like they don't play big. They have Crowder guarding Anthony Davis in that first round the whole time almost. And so Mikal Bridges was guarding you. Jay Crowder was guarding who's guarding him? I don't know, but I know that whoever was shouldn't have been able to impact him that much. Like not him being that big.
all right, I got one more person for you. Staying in the Western Conference. Actually, your clips. Play on your clips.
Not my
Terrence
clip.
Mann. Terrence Mann. Is he good?
Yeah, Terrence Mann, like he's solid, man. Like he play his
Good.
role.
Is he good?
He good. I would just go with yeah. He dunked Rudy Gobert, so yeah. Anybody that dunked Rudy Gobert, they good in my book. they good in my book. He just need more playing time. He need more playing time, and and figure out his role on that team. But yeah, I think he a good young player. I don't know. The Clips don't really they don't really develop their guys, and then if they do, they end up leaving. And so like I don't really necessarily trust their system because they're a veteran team, and it's kind of like those veteran teams really don't be developing their young guys like that. And so I don't know if he'll be able to show his full potential in LA, but I think he's good. He just gotta figure out his role on that team, and he has to just continue to get playing time and work. That's pretty much it for me. Like he dug Rudy Gobert in a playoff game, in the game six, on the road. Like that's pretty good because it was showing like, nah, I'm not really scared. And so like for a guy that don't play that much to still have that confidence where I'm gonna poke the defensive player of the year, like that shows that you really aggressive and you really thinking. So yeah, Terrence Mann good. You on mute.
Shit, I'm muted. Yeah. So Terrence Mann also has like the best plus minus like in the playoffs, I believe. So I know you don't be liking certain stats, but I didn't even say per 36. It's per 36 fire too, but I'm
no,
gonna leave that
get that
but
out of here.
plus minus is something that like really matters.
Yeah,
Terrence Mann has it was like plus 32 or something like that against the Mavs, and it's like in the plus 30s right now in this series. So I think Terrence Mann good too. He come off the he's coming off the bench and now be in the starting role or whatever. Sometimes I don't really watch too many of your Clippers games, so don't give me the line. But I did like him at Florida State, in the ACC over there. So Terrence Mann, he's straight. That's what I say. I like him. All right, now
not my Clips. Not my Clips.
All right. We'll see him in July when the Clips when Kawhi gets his third MVP, Finals MVP from his third team.
Yeah,
DJ wearing his new Clippers jersey, the Bumble
Bumble
advertising. Shout out to Bumble. I don't use it, but I know a lot of y'all do. But
no way. I hope you're right though, because that means he's healthy. Somebody got to be healthy. His last man standing.
Well, before we get into our next segment, for everybody watching, it's Good If It Goes podcast coming on right after this. So stay tuned. We need like a 10-minute break. Go use the bathroom, go hit your weed, refill your drink, whatever you got to do. I'm still back in this Heroes. So I'm going to introduce the next segment. I'm shut up so I can eat. DJ gonna school y'all. So DJ, just brought my mans up.
Oh yeah. That was a good segue.
The Stifle Tower.
No.
Sacre Blue.
What does that mean? I really wouldn't know what that means.
Shane hates him too. Shout out to our boy Shane. Rudy Gobert. Why all the hate?
One, he a French fraud. French Sean Bradley. French Frederick Weiss. Frederick Weiss might actually be French, but he can get it too. Like Rudy Gobert just be out there. So my hate for him started like a couple years ago when he started crying, talking about him being in an All-Star game, and then just like on there like breaking down because he not in the All-Star game. Like, bro, you average like 10 points, relax, and every time you go to the playoffs, you be getting cooked. Like that's the thing. Like, so you do all that crying in the regular season, go to the playoffs, and then you be getting cooked. And he got these Defensive Player of the Year awards, and it's like, why, bro? Like, give it to somebody else this year because anybody knows that watch their games, folks just be standing underneath the basket for 30 minutes. Like, you tall and you stand underneath the basket for 30 minutes. Like, hella 3 second in the key, like Rudy Gobert. You started Corona for the NBA, then you act like it was a joke, and then you want to apologize like later, and like just stupid, just a waste of space. Got dunked on last night. Like I watched too many times where the reason why the Jazz lose in the playoffs is because he's not as effective. Or people figure out like, all right, let's bring this dude out on a 3-point line, and we're gonna blow right past him. And so like he's just annoying. He's just an annoying character. Just get these awards that he don't deserve. Crying, he third team all NBA, like for what? Like, get him out of here. Like, he just annoying, like, and he stay get cooked in the playoffs. Steady get cooked in the playoffs. He can get all these awards and get cooked in the playoffs. I just seen something that he got more Defensive Player of the Year awards than Kevin Garnett and Tim Duncan. And like to me, that's nuts because those two dudes was like they might be the only niggas on a team at that time playing defense. Like, and then they was like really affecting the game, and it wasn't just standing in the paint for 30 minutes game. Like they was actually guys that had to move, guys that had to like direct traffic, guys that really impacted the game. If I'm standing outside shooting threes, Rudy Gobert don't have nothing for me. Like he not about to come out there. And if he is, I'm gonna just blow right by him. And so like he good at I guess I don't know screen assists because that's a thing only in Utah. Nobody knows what that is, but Utah fans and they writers they made up a stat for this dude to like try to get him to the All-Star game. And ever since he cried, he been getting like hella awards. Like, and I just don't understand. Like, I just don't understand.
Do you think he's an all-star level player?
No, he's a starter. Yeah, he a starter. I think he's a starter. Like, he a starter, but like it be too many games where I watching him getting cooked and people just abusing him and going by him. Like, hella playoff series for the Jazz throughout the years. I'm like, damn. And then it's always him trending because he didn't got dunked on or somebody didn't blew past him or they gave up 125 points and he was on the court and you're not supposed to give up that many points. You got Rudy Gobert on the court and all these other stupid stats. But yeah, he a starter. Definitely not no third team all NBA. Definitely not no defensive player of the year because all you do is stand in the hole the whole time. Um, yeah, like he just like get him out of here. Like he just annoying. And every time I hear him talk, I be like, bro, just shut up, bro. Like, what are you saying? I'd rather have as much as I don't like Ben Simmons, I would rather gave it to him. Cause at least I know he gonna guard more than just be in the paint. Like, yeah. And they had a really good defensive year this year. But yeah, that's why all the Rudy Gobert hate. The French fraud. I was looked last night for all those nicknames. Those nicknames had me in tears, like, but I couldn't find them, and so like I was really sad. But it's all good. No worries. He gonna do something again, and they gonna roll him out. I'm gonna
Somebody
retweet
called
him
his
all.
ass. Somebody called his ass Eurobasket Will Purdue. Hey, all I'm gonna say is I hate Gobert too, but yeah, 14, 13, 2 blocks, only 2 fouls a game as a big man. They don't need him to score. They got Mitchell.
Yeah, that's what I said.
They got a couple guys that their goal is to score. I think Gobert is. I like bigs though. I'm a purist, so I like traditional games. So have a traditional big that's just out there to be tall as hell and be in the way. I like those type of players. Defensive player of the year, I would say no. I think that's like by default. It's like when Dwight Howard kept getting them defensive player of the years, it was like every time you went to the cup and Dwight Howard was down, like even now, to be honest, Dwight Howard gonna make you work for your best. I don't really see Rudy Gobert just making Miles just work. Like you said, like, like it ain't like I ain't saying it's sweet, but it's like out of all the like ball like rim stoppers, like the great ones over the last like probably 20 years, he probably me playing basketball as me and my body, my 6'1" frame, I would probably be least fearful going up against him. I don't know, but he got solid numbers. He got solid numbers. You know, he definitely is an important piece of that squad. And it's the reason why they probably not gonna make it out the second round. It's probably because he not what they want him to be, whoever they is that keep giving him these damn awards.
Do you think he worth it? Yeah, this is third one, I think. And you think he worth the super max? Like you paying 42, 43 million a year for Rudy Gobert?
Do I get to keep Donovan Mitchell?
Yeah, you get to keep both.
I say he worth, because you're not gonna find that nowhere else in the league right now. You're not gonna find nobody who does that. And if they do, they're not gonna play a lot of minutes.
that guy will be gone because I'm gonna have $80 million a year tied into two players, and that's gonna be crazy. Or 70-some million a year tied into two players, and one of them is Rudy Gobert. He will not get the Supermax, and he qualified for it because he made an All
He
NBA
got
team.
All NBA, and yeah,
Yeah. And
and
Donovan Mitchell, yeah, and then Donovan Mitchell don't because he didn't, which is
he ain't get it,
crazy.
which is
Yeah,
crazy. Yeah,
because he
that's
should have
crazy.
got
Yeah.
it. He should have got it over Jimmy.
Russ didn't get it either, which
Yeah,
is strange.
average triple double. But then who you taking off? CP3,
No,
Jimmy. No, I'm definitely taking off for like Jimmy Butler. I'll take out Jimmy Butler. 21-7-7 is good, but I feel like Donovan Mitchell played a lot more and had a bigger impact.
yeah, and then Jimmy got Bam on his team too,
But
and
but
Bam is really like that. So, like, Bam is basically to me, Bam is like 1A on that team. Now he's a close ass one. Like Bam is a dude that, to me, when he gets to his peak, he's a guy that might not be the best team, but he's a dude you can build your team around.
but
Get
like he
another
can't.
some of the players, something like that. Now he might not be on the best team,
Yeah,
but
but I don't know if you building your team around Bam. Like I like Bam, but he's not a one.
there's
Jimmy
nothing
is
on the
a.
court he can't do though. There's
It's
nothing on the
not.
court he
It's
can't do.
not. But it's just
Both
that.
sides of the ball.
It's just that when Jimmy out, that team is completely different. When
Yeah.
Bam out, is different. But it's like Jimmy makes them go, man. Like Jimmy puts them in a different position, and I think that's what the voters who was voting for it saw because, like, I don't know if it's just his presence or what, but like when Jimmy was out, I expected Bam to like take that. All right, this man's, but he didn't. He just kind of played the same game, and 17-8 or whatever he averaging. That's cool. But that's not cool when your best player is out. Like Bam should have had a stretch of the season where he was just wrecking stuff. Like we talked about that Aaron Gordon stretch. I remember that stretch when he first got there. He had like 10, 12 games where I'm like, oh, okay, Denver's serious. Bam never had that this year. And for me, that's the time where you need to have it. And so you're right. It's nothing Bam can't do on the court. His mentality might be the only thing. And you see a lot of times that mental aspect is a lot for these players because it's like I gotta want it. And Rudy Gobert just don't want nothing other than to just
What is this,
uh,
Bam? What, fourth season?
yeah, you probably right fourth, maybe fourth. Yeah, yeah. He got time to grow into it.
Yeah. He only
Yeah,
like 24, I think, or something like that. So.
yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so get them out of here. Our last segment. And before we get into that again, we got the good podcast coming on right after this, so tap in. But yeah, so we're gonna go into the last segment of Good If It Goes Jam. This segment is called Get Them Out of Here. This week, who we getting out of here? I think we got this person out of here already.
Yeah.
So get them out of here.
The first person that get to go back to back. Well, he was week 1, and now he week 3. We getting out Adam Silver for the CP3 situation and just the NBA period. Like I think they said that CP3 broke the protocol because he went to go hug his mama or something. But the reason why Adam Silver get back to back is because of just along with that situation, just the season. Shortened season, you got I think 9 All-Stars that missed time in the playoffs, which is like a crazy number. It's only 16 teams, and every team don't got like, 2 players a piece that's like an All-Star. So like you talking about all these teams that's been impacted because of the shortened season and it's all about money. But it's like Chris Paul in protocol, but Brian got to go and play. And I seen somebody say, well, he was at an event where everybody was supposed to be vaccinated, blah, blah, blah. Okay, but then the NBA should never came out and said he broke protocol. So he obviously did something because that was a real life thing, but then he somehow got cleared to play. But then you affecting the game, the integrity of the game now when you got Chris Paul out. Like, bro, just do what y'all do. Just say whatever and then just lie and then just let him play because we all know y'all about to lie and let him play. He probably only gonna miss game 1, but he shouldn't miss nothing. That's super unfair. Now I do know that Brian run the league, but that nigga is not there. So how can you in a span of 2-3 weeks with the same thing, you let one player go and play in the playoffs or wherever, and then the other guy just get to sit out. Like you can't tell me what unless he got a positive test. But then if he got a positive test, then nobody shouldn't know that because of HIPAA. And then just lie, just say he good or whatever y'all was gonna do anyways, because y'all don't really care. Like the league and the media and whatever, y'all don't really care. It's all about money, and everything is about making that bread because we wouldn't see all these injuries and all these guys hurt. And then some guys might have longer injuries that linger into the off season, like maybe a Kawhi or somebody else, because just too many games in a short amount of time when they could have like spread it out a little bit longer. They could have had a 60-game season instead of 72. They would have just had to make it work. But I bet you if they did, they wouldn't have 9 All-Stars hurt right now. And just the integrity of this championship is not really it comes into question because we had bubble ball, which was cold, which was great, and really wasn't nobody hurt in the bubble. And then people was like, well, that should be an asterisk. I was like, I don't. That was the most pure form of basketball. Although you wasn't affected by fans and crowds and all that crowd, but like just hooping, just your five versus my five. All right, what you got? So nothing was affected. But this extremely affected. People, best players are sitting out because they hurt. That's going to affect your product. That's going to affect the integrity of the game. And then you making some guys sit out for protocol, and you didn't do that 3 weeks prior for somebody else. So Adam Silver and the NBA, get them out of here.
It's crazy that they let LeBron play. Of course, LeBron run the league, but Chris Paul, the damn president of the Players Association.
Yeah, that's nuts. Like how? Like he should be going crazy. He probably is going crazy, and we just not seeing it because he a little nigga that got that short man complex real hard, and so like we know that he probably is somewhere going crazy, but like they hoping that this series goes 7, and then they'll push it back and be like, yeah, you know he got cleared because this probably is going 7.
Yeah.
So
Clippers.
and so Jazz probably win. They're gonna be at home because I don't know the Clippers gonna be able to do what they did, yesterday again. And so like no Kawhi, they're done. And so like it probably goes 7. That's gonna buy them more time, and then he'll probably get clear. That's what I'm thinking will happen. But like it literally don't make sense. One of the faces of your league, the Players Association president. Like I could see if it was like Cameron Payne, like all right, that's Cameron Payne. Who cares?
Right.
But this a dude that was like, this a first ballot Hall of Famer. That's the face of your league that could put his team in a position to win a first championship in their history. And so all the storylines is already there. So it's not like this, like Kawhi who already won. Like they wouldn't care about him as much. He already won. But the storyline is, Chris Paul, he got this, blah, blah, overcame adversity. This team was trash last year. So all the storylines, all the stuff that the NBA, wants, but then they gonna like throw it away and like have them miss the game, and you can't. The Suns probably could beat the Jazz without Chris Paul for like a game, but you can't have them doing that multiple games. Nah, and so like I just don't understand it. And it's like Adam Silver and the NBA right now is just like playing in our face. They just lying right to our face. Like normally they do that anyways, but now it's like more blatant. And so like when it's that like right there in your face, like what can you really say? Like, and they're gonna be mad as hell when they get a Utah Milwaukee finals and don't nobody watch it because they want to play games, and then we're gonna see them little stats come out. This was the lowest finals rating since 2002, and blah blah blah, and like so keep playing games. That's what's gonna happen. You on mute?
I keep muting myself. I saw a thing. It was like O'Neal, Puerto. This is the NBA Finals. Jazz versus Hawks. That shit was funny as hell.
Keep playing games. It's gonna be Jazz versus Hawks. Like keep playing games. Like because like and it's all about the big markets. And it's only one big market left. Yeah. It's only one big market left. And so with big markets normally come big stars, but it's like if the Nets don't get in there, that final's not getting watched. Oh,
Clippers.
The Clippers ain't got no shot. Kawhi done, they done. Like they ain't got no shot.
It's not over though. Not
It's
over.
not. It's not. But if they do somehow
Remember,
make
they
it to
playing
the,
your boy. Yeah, they playing your boy Rudy Gobert in the Jazz. So
oh yeah, that is true. So yeah, you're right. You're right. Rudy Gobert ain't scaring not a soul.
yeah,
Him
I
and
mean, you got. I don't know what's gonna happen with this thing, man. These
that's
last 2 seasons been weird as hell. Like, and I mean, of course, the world that we're living in right now, of course, it's weird as hell. Still, like, it's like the parody is at like an all time. I've never seen this much parody.
that's the only good thing that came from this.
And
But
even with the
yeah,
Nets and they big three, like it's still because them guys they haven't played with each other, so it's like they're gonna take some losses, and then shit they not all playing right now anyway. So it's like it's a built-in parity just because of that.
yeah, yeah. And so like that's the only thing that the league was able to do was gain parity, but it's the way that they gain parity. It's like through injuries and a rush season, which you never want to see. And you got guys that just hurt. And although we know injuries happen, when's the last time you seen 9 All-Stars hurt in a playoff?
Yeah,
Like that do not happen. Like that do not happen. Like you got All-Star superstars that can't even play because they got hurt because they were trying to rush back or the season was too um closed and it was games be back to back or they didn't get enough rest or whatever. I'm never one for like talking about a bunch of millionaires and not doing a job and all of that, but at the same time I recognize like what's going on. If you don't got enough rest and if put your body through all this stuff, then injuries is gonna happen because y'all try to rush it back. And so the league can't ever say, we care about the safety of the players or we care about this or that. No, they don't. Like it's whatever looks good and whatever is gonna get us the most money. And that clearly been evident this last year. They did a great job in the bubble. Everything about the bubble was great. And then right after that, it got all shot to hell. Like we don't even remember all of the great things that they did. And so like people just forget um I I got this little meme that say it was like CNN like after 18 months of being locked down people have lost their minds. And so like soon as the semblance of like all right, we fake going back to normal or we need to go do this and do that, like people start losing their minds. And people in sports and leagues and businesses are no different. Like we just now got fans back. Okay, cool. But it's like y'all rushed that season. And people said at the beginning of the season, like, watch out for them injuries because these guys ain't used to playing. Then you already got guys low managing in the season, but all that low managing don't mean nothing when you still get hurt because now you're going super harder in the playoffs. And so it would have been a lot different if they would space the games out some more. Like they played 72. Like, bro, just do 60. Like you still getting your season. All right, y'all got to take less money. Okay, y'all all millionaires and billionaires, and so you you not risking less money up front, but at the same time it's like you still got your health, you still got your career. You ain't risking further injury down the line where it's like it's gonna affect your future money just because you played 12 last games. Like 60 to me was like a really good number for this season to space it out. But man, they like pushing through. Then you got guys going to the Olympics right now. Um, so that's gonna be like whatever. And then when they come back, the season gonna start back. Training camp starts back uh the end of September, I think. Yeah, end of September.
yeah,
Cause
they
by the
rolling right back into the regular
yeah
schedule.
yeah because the season start Halloween ish time, and so like them first teams that's on them primetime games, they got to be ready to go October 27th. But you got a whole Olympics that's about to start at the end of next month. That's gonna roll into August. But then what you got? September and then half of October to chill. No. You just got September if you going. And so like, um, yeah, like it's crazy. And then some of your best players are not gonna be going. Hopefully, hopefully your best players are playing in the finals, so they not there or they not there. But a lot of stars are gonna be available now. Do they want to play? That's gonna be another question. America gonna send a C team over there and
And
see
I
what
just
happens.
seen that list too. It's like, man, they added guys. Like it's like 45 guys on that list.
For
And I
real?
don't know how accurate it is because they still had LaMarcus Aldridge on there. But
Oh,
it was an updated list though. So it was like a up-to-date list. They just had his name on there. So I'm like, okay, did this person doing this, not like take names off that was already on here or what? They
mhm.
added like 10, 15 more names. Some of the names I was seeing on there was like, why are you even being considered? You know you're not gonna make it. Like I think Luke Kennard was on there. I'm like,
All right, all
Kennard, you're
right
not.
now, all right now. Now they really stretching that.
But I
All
see
right.
LeBron. I say, hey man, he on your clips, man. Show him some love. But I see
No,
like
he cooked
LeBron,
yesterday.
like you know what I'm saying. Guys like LeBron, see Steph on there. I think.
Yeah, and they might not
Harden.
go.
I think I seen Harden, KD, and Kyrie.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of names on
That
there.
must
So
that must have just been the list that they been here, and then they just added people on to it because they probably gonna take some people off because
Lillard
yeah,
and Draymond Green
and Jason Tatum just said they're gonna play.
trying to get Bradley Beal. He never
Yeah,
played. Couple more guys. Yeah, they still
they
yeah,
gonna
57
yeah
man, 57 man roster. So
57.
yeah,
They like hedging they bad with that. They just trying to make sure they get
that's
process
what I'm
of
saying. That's what I'm saying. They just got
elimination.
names. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, that's it, y'all. Appreciate you jamming with me today again, as always, DJ. We'll be right back on the pod about 20 minutes or so.
All right.
Episode 3, and we got the shirts too. The shirts is in. You ain't got your shirt on, bro. I thought you gonna have your shirt on or
No,
something, man.
I was saving it. I want to get some more, so
Say,
I'm gonna
man.
get one to wear.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
gonna go give me another one. I'm gonna give me
Yeah.
another one.
That's all right though. Y'all watching, you know what I'm saying? Y'all done seen our logo inspired by NBA Jam, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have them on the shirts, you know what I'm saying? Got a couple more shirts going. So shout out to Quality Sports, Quality Media, all that good stuff. Thank you all for joining us. Appreciate y'all. This is episode 3. Episode 4 coming at y'all next week. Peace.